Thanks for joining us today to take a look at the new Mason Crest line for 2012-2013. We have more than 300 titles this year, and more than 50 of those are written in Spanish. Let's begin with China, the emerging superpower. There are 10 volumes in this set. We did this with editorial consultant Dr. Zhanwei Wang, professor of political science at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. He's senior research associate at Shanghai Institute for American Studies and Shanghai Center for Strategic and International Studies. The books in this series will help students form an accurate, comprehensive, and balanced understanding of China as it emerges to be known as a superpower. By providing information on the country's history, geography, economy, politics, and culture, readers will learn all about the world's longest continuous civilization. These books are for kids ages 12 and up. The Evolution of Africa's Major Nations. There are 26 volumes in this set. We did these with Professor Robert Rotberg, Director of the Program of Interstate Conflict and Conflict Resolution at the Kennedy School at Harvard University. He's also the president of the World Peace Foundation. Africa, with its rich natural resources and its incredible poverty, is a continent of contradictions. Each book in this series examines the historical and current situation of a particular African nation. Readers will learn about each country's history, geography, government, economy, cultures, and communities. These are for kids 10 and up. Major European Union nations. There are 15 volumes in this set. We did these with senior editorial consultant Ambassador John Bruton, Irish Prime Minister from 1994 until 1997, who presided over the European Union presidency in 1996, helping to finalize the Stability and Growth Pact, which governs management of the euro. Today's young people need a global perspective in order to understand the world around them. This series will provide students with vivid insights into the European Union's growing political and economic force on the international stage, as well as the growing challenges facing its member nations in the 21st century. These are for kids 10 and up. Major Forms of World Government. There are 8 volumes in this series. We did this with senior consulting editor Dr. Timothy J. Colton, Morris and Anna Felberg Professor of Government at Harvard University. This 8-book series will focus on the major types of government found in the world today. They will explain in terms that are clear and understandable to young adults not only how the major forms of government function, but also their philosophical underpinnings. The books will illustrate how ideas about good governance have evolved over the course of history. These are for kids 10 and up. Finding a Voice, Women's Fight for Equality in U.S. Society. There are 9 volumes to this set, and this was done with senior consulting editor A. Paige Harrington, executive director of the Seawall Belmont House and Museum on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. This series focuses on the women's rights movement in the United States from the 18th century to the present day. Each of the books in this series provide a historical survey of women's rights during a specific time period, profiling major figures and discussing their accomplishments and their importance in American history. This is for 10 and up. Hispanic Americans Major Minority. There are 16 volumes in this set. Editorial consultant on this was Dr. Jose Limon, Director of Hispanic American Studies at the University of Texas at Austin. This series introduces readers to the fastest growing minority in the United States, Hispanic Americans. Young readers will learn about Latino culture, how it has influenced America's past, and how it is shaping the future. These books will help students better understand the rich and proud history of America's largest minority. These are for kids 9 and up, and there are 64 pages in each title of this set. Major Black Contributions from Emancipation to Civil Rights. There are 12 volumes in this set, and it was done with Dr. Mark Lamont Hill, host of the nationally syndicated television show Our World with Black Enterprise. He's a columnist and editor-at-large for the Philadelphia Daily News, an award-winning author. This series will focus on the accomplishments of African Americans in various fields from 1865 to the present day. The books will discuss how one person's accomplishments in a particular field made subsequent achievements possible. They describe important groups or organizations that contributed to furthering African American emancipation, and they explain the trends in American society that put the story into context. How America Became America. There are 13 volumes in this set, done with Dr. Jack N. Rakove, Director of American Studies at Stanford University and 1997 Pulitzer Prize winner in history. This series will help young readers understand how geography, ideology, and historical forces combine to shape the United States of America. It will provide them, in an easy-to-understand and richly illustrated format, a cultural and historical context in which to understand what it means to be a citizen of this great land. North American Folklore for Youth. Dr. Alan Jabbar, founding director of the American Folk Life Center in the Library of Congress, was our editorial consultant here. There are 10 volumes in this set. The series explores the many facets of folklore, the traditions that make up our cultural fabric in North America. Young readers will gain a greater appreciation of how folklore traditions enrich and give meaning to many aspects of modern daily life. These are for kids 9 and up. Extraordinary Success with a High School Diploma or Less. 13 volumes make up this series, which tell the fascinating stories of people who have achieved extraordinary success in a wide variety of professions without the benefit of a college degree. These biographies will inspire students for whom college may not have been the best option, and they will provide them with important role models. These are for kids ages 9 and up, and the page count is 64. Superstars of Hip Hop. There are 25 volumes in this set. The High Interest, Low Reading Level series tells the stories of some of the leading figures in the hip-hop movement. Engaging and often inspiring biographies of rapper celebrities are combined with exciting full-color photographs of the personalities at different stages of their lives. A general overview of the roots, rise, and current status of hip-hop is given in the book Hip Hop, A Short Story. This is for kids 9 and up at 48 pages per book. Hip-Hop Hitmakers. 12 volumes make up this set, and each title in the series focuses on a major music label that specializes in hip-hop, R&B, or urban music. The books provide the history behind the music label's creation and tell the story of its growth and development, while also providing biographical information about the label's biggest stars and their major releases. This is for kids 9 and up. Superstars of Soccer. There are 22 volumes in this set, and we wrote these in both Spanish and English versions. Each book focuses on one of the top soccer players of the 21st century. The books take readers through the players' early life and career, following on and off field accomplishments all the way through to their current standings as relevant to the up-and-coming World Cup. This was written for kids 10 and up. Superstars of Baseball. These are Spanish and English biographies highlighting the careers of today's most successful professional baseball players. We have 29 volumes in this set, written for kids 10 and up at 32 pages apiece. Superstars of Professional Football. There are 22 volumes in this set. 8 of those are new for 2012-2013. Each of these cross-current biographies is a thrilling account of the best of contemporary football players. There are 64 pages in these books, and they're written for kids 12 and up. Did you know interracial marriage was illegal in 16 states until 1967? The life stories in each volume of Transcending Race in America, Biographies of Biracial Achievers, ask and answer this question. What is it like to be biracial in America, to have a mother and a father from different races? There are 13 volumes in this set. 4 of them are new for 2012-2013. This was written for young adults 10 and up and is 64 pages each. Role model athletes and role model entertainers. Today's youth love to read about contemporary celebrities and popular sports figures. In these compelling biographies, readers will discover that for some of these stars, fame just isn't enough. Many feel the need to give something back to the world. In Role Model Athletes, we have 13 volumes. 7 of them are new for 2012-2013. In Role Model Entertainers, there are 12 volumes. 4 of those are new. Both of these series are 64 pages and written for young adults 12 and up. Gallup Guides for Youth Facing Persistent Prejudice. There are 8 volumes in this new series. In our global community of the 21st century, multicultural issues have growing relevance. This series will help students better understand the prejudice specific minority groups face as well as provide them with resources to fight against intolerance and foster understanding. Illicit and misused drugs. Our series consultant on this was Dr. Jack E. Hennefield from Johns Hopkins Medical School. He's the Vice President for Research and Health Policy at Pinney Associates. This series offers young adults a wealth of information on the dangerous physical and psychological effects of the most commonly misused drugs, both prescription and illegal. These books provide students with the resources they need to make intelligent and informed choices against substance abuse. This is for young adults 12 and up, and the page count on these books is 128 pages. Ripley's Disbelief and Shock. There are 16 titles within this series. The world is full of interesting and amazing people, places, and things, and the Ripley's Believe It or Not series covers them all. Disbelief and Shock will intrigue readers with facts and stories sure to amaze even the most skeptical reader. This is for ages 9 and up at 36 pages per title. Well, that'll wrap things up for today. Thanks so much for joining us. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to call us at 1-866-MCP-BOOK. Have a great day.